Hello, I'm FGX Toycat, and most people think about the end in Minecraft as being the dimension where you fight the Ender Dragon to get her Ender Dragon egg. However, the end is actually a whole dimension that you can alter and play around with just like every other. And although most people expect the end to look something like this, the way I like my end to look is confusing and concerning. And that is the reason why I decided to cover my end in exactly 55,000 blocks of glass. It was a long time to smelt the glass, it was a long time to place the glass, but I think the effect of having a laminated end is really stupid, but sends the message that this is the dimension where rules don't really matter or count to me. In fact, you might have already seen that I've placed an entire giant packed ice highway going from my main end out to the end islands, and at the end islands I've built myself a technical village, and that's a really fun thing to do, to prove that you can make a village even in the most remote and desolate place in Minecraft. But what if I said that today I'm not just trying to make a village, although that's totally something I do want to do, but I wanted to make an entire overworld biome, but in my end. Because when I look at this floating yellow island with weird tall plants coming out of it, I'm really reminded of a desert biome, because it looks pretty much the same, right? And that's why I figured it'd be kind of fun to take this entire very desolate remote place and turn it into a desolate remote place, but this time with sand on top, because, you know, deserts are famously quite deserted, right? But yeah, we're going to be making this deserted island into a deserted island, and it's going to be a lot of fun. And because, if I'm being entirely honest, one of my favorite things about working on these big projects, which take dozens of hours to complete, is the kind of before and after shots. So let's give you a quick little peek at what this looks like before. As you can see, it's just a island with a blue, a packed ice pathway going towards it. I've got some, the tiniest technical village over there, a little glass cage outside of it. This is what we have so far, a very, you know, desolate and not very interesting place. So while I was getting some of the sand that I would need to make such a ridiculous project happen, by the way, I just so happened to get lucky enough and find myself a pillager raid, or rather the pillager mob, which I could kill to start one of these raids. But yeah, I want to also make this a functional village, one that I can get good trades from, so that's something we're going to be working on kind of simultaneously with the rest of this. One dead illager beast later, and all of a sudden we've got ourselves that hero of the village effect. However, it seems as though most of the villagers were killed by the pillagers, which means the only village that exists is this one little guy who's just here right now. So what we have to do is rather annoying. We have to go back to the overworld just to get another villager so we can breed with this baby. We're gonna wait till he grows up, don't worry. So yeah, we basically have to repeat the exact same thing we did in the last video. We have to take ourselves a villager. We're going to take a nice attractive jungle villager right here. We're going to put him in a boat, and then we're going to take the boat all the way to our end, which is about 1,000 blocks away, which is a fun process. Oh no, oh no, never go to sleep with a zombie near your thing, apparently. Okay, literally 20 minutes later, here is my jungle villager in a jungle boat coming towards the end portal. Always such a painful thing to do. This seems like an insane way to do it, but I swear this is genuinely the best way to lure a villager down to the place he needs to be. You just kind of bungee jump him off the side, and then you slowly bring him down like this. Just in case you haven't seen this process before, by the way, it's very demanding and very annoying. It's almost like they didn't want villagers to go through end portals or something like that. Don't do this to me, game. We've finally done it. We got the villager boat in the end portal. And now we just gotta break the boat. This is definitely not intentional behavior, but it is very interesting to watch. Anyway, by repeating the steps that you found in a previous video by this great guy called IBX Toycat, you too can get a jungle villager all the way out to your end island. I recommend using a packed ice highway, or ice in general of some form. If you really wanted to, you could use any block and just slowly row it, but again, I'm a big fan of speed. Honestly, if I was a villager going this fast in a boat, I would probably be quite concerned, especially given the endless void found in literally every direction from here, above, left, right, below. There's pretty much nothing besides the island you can just about see appearing in the distance now. Anyway, we've got a second villager here. You can tell he's part of the village because he's adopted the farming, or the fisherman outfit rather. And yeah, basically now he's part of the village. And eventually this guy over here and this guy over here will be able to breed. It'll be wonderful. It sounds weird when we say it that way, given he's an old jungle man and this is a young boy that was born here. But again, it all makes sense when this guy's older. So now we have to spend about 15 minutes, give or take, watching this baby villager sleep so that he'll eventually grow into a big villager. I'll admit, this isn't the weirdest thing I've done in Minecraft, but it is the weirdest thing that was genuinely necessary. So let the staring begin. You're not gonna believe what I just accidentally did, because there's a lot of fire, and there's also a big problem that there's a dead villager. And also, somehow, to make it even worse, I managed to blow up one of the shulker boxes filled with sand, which I spent over an hour collecting, which means I destroyed 27 stacks of sand, and a villager, and the house they live in, all at the same time. And I don't know how to deal with that fact right now. Actually, I've decided I do know how to deal with it. I'm going to deal with it by ignoring it the way I know best. And we're going to start placing a little bit of sand to get like kind of a proof of concept all the way out here at the edge. Which can start placing sand on top of the end stone. And then when we get to the sides, we can deal with it there. But yeah, let's start placing some sand so we can feel some sense of progress on this. Because so far, we've literally just achieved negative progress twice in a row now. And I want to have something that can't be destroyed by a single accidental left click of a bed. Because if you're curious, villagers can sleep in the end, but you, the player, cannot. Which I think is speciest, personally. But Minecraft apparently has no cares about what you think is speciest, or animalist, or villagist. I was really lucky because I had a pillager raid spawn right next to the village. I mean, arguably unlucky in some ways because my last villager almost died. I would have had to start everything all over from scratch rather than just mostly from scratch. But yeah, the thing you probably care about more than my little guy over here, who does still exist, is the fact that, yeah, we actually do have a decent amount of desertification happening right now. However, something I've noticed is Endermen, they spawn in the end. Who would have guessed? And one of the blocks Endermen can pick up is sand, which means they're slowly just moving around bits here and there. So even though we can cover it pretty well, it's going to be picked up by Endermen and placed in random places, like right over here. Random block of sand, doesn't need to be there. Right over here, as you can see, too deep, doesn't need to be there. So on and so forth. So yeah, Endermen are going to add some texture to the desert, but I don't think that's actually a good thing. Meaning that we have to stop Endermen spawning, and the only way to do that is by torching up the desert. So I want to work out an effective way to torch this, because we could just use, again, base torches if we really want to. But I want to make it more interesting than that. So I'll work out how I'm going to do that. Also, so many blocks are going missing. You can see the, like... Look how many, yeah, like, okay, I need to, this is awful. This is, like, really draining my ability here. So I'm going to light up the islands around mine as well. I think we need to just, oh, man, look at all these torches going missing on Bedrock. Stop it. Stop. It's not okay. It's not, I should have just torched the end first. I knew I should have done it. Like, look at all these blocks we're going to have to patch in as we go. But it's fine. I've got enough torches to light up the remaining spots in the end here. Also, where are all these... Why are they spawning here in particular? I really don't know. Okay, just kill the Enderman, get the sand back, fix the torch problem. I guess there is like a big black spot between the torches here. It doesn't stop it being annoying though. Trying to place all my sand blocks while also responding to comments like, do you think... Oh god, I almost just dropped into the end there. That could have been tragic. We should be more careful, probably. 4, 5, 6. And here's number 7. I'm just going to kind of stick to this same basic but working formula. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're going to do this until most of the end is lit up, because then we can start killing the endermen which have our sand in their grips. Because there's no point killing them now, because otherwise they'll just respawn and they'll do it again. So I'm trying to wait until the end is pretty well lit up, which is, it's a surprisingly big area. Did you guys know? End is big. Requires a lot of sand to properly cover. Okay, so another 20 minutes and we have got our second villager here, and we fed them some bread, and very quickly, like quick succession, one after the other, they made a couple of villager babies. So now we've got 4 villagers here, and we've got the same problem as before, where it's actually beds that are a limiting factor. There aren't enough beds in the village. So we're going to go bring a bunch of beds from the overworld to here, and because we actually have some dye as well, I'm going to dye them on the way because why not? So let's bring some blue dye, let's bring some beds, and let's also cover the end in some sand, because I have been doing a lot of sand collection, as you've no doubt seen some amount of. Wait, you haven't seen some amounts of? I'll show you a few, seconds from some of the hours I spent streaming the sand collection. A lot of my behaviors are more forgivable when you're drunk, right? Actually, I wonder, if you started a Minecraft while drunk and you only played it while drunk, what would you achieve? Have I just invented an idea for an experiment? The thing I have against deserts is that they're filled with sand, which is rough and coarse, and it gets everywhere. It's just the worst. It's just the worst. I always find those pretty interesting to play. Oh no! We broke our shovel. Sorry, chat. I love the pain I can inflict on people. The question of should you lose an arm or a leg? Always gotta be always gotta be a leg, right? If you can replace it. If you can't replace it though, think about the difference. If you lose an arm, you can't really play games. You can, but it's way harder. Let me play Minecraft with one hand for you right now. So this is my hand I'm not playing Minecraft with. This is my hand I am. Actually, I think I can do Minecraft pretty well. If we're doing, boring enough projects. I can eat this way if I want to. I'll just stroke my hair or something. Wait, I'll just wave at you all stream. And then if we need to go somewhere, we use our face. And look at this. I'm doing pretty good, actually. Okay, another couple streams later, and we've gotten our desert pretty well started, I would say. I'm really staggered by the amount of sand you need to actually cover this. Our 4 chests full have really barely made a dent here. But also I've decided to replace all of the chorus plants and place a cactus where they were first. This kind of makes the wonderful effect of, random cactuses that aren't too common. Because when people try to place things random, they're not going to do as good job as a random engine. So I'm liking the way it looks with these cactuses kind of place. And the other thing I want to do is, because all these endermen are spawning, as you probably saw in one of the stream clips, but all these endermen are spawning here and they're taking my sand, sometimes with the cactus on top or the torch on top, which creates a bigger problem. So what I'm going to do first before anything else, I've got a lot of time to fill this entire place of sand and I need to spend more time getting sand, etc. But basically, yeah, I need to place the sand first, then place the torches on top of them. Then after that, I can worry about filling in the gaps. Because I feel like stopping endermen doing my existing sand is a way bigger problem than placing new sand. So yeah, we're a dozen hours in or so, and the end's not looking great, but still, we'll work it out. Because of all of the frustration of placing sand on that island and then just having endermen take it, I decided to move on to a little bit of a side project. Maybe this is healthy, maybe it's unhealthy, but I decided to maybe cover an entire end island with some nether as well, making the nether in the end. Can you really have a village if you don't have pillagers nearby? Because everyone appreciates the Nether update. Everyone appreciates the cave update. And some people go back and they appreciate the Nether update, but not enough people appreciate just what a revolution the village and pillage really was. So today, I'm going to be appreciating it with my Nether brick blocks, and I'm building myself a big old pillager outpost. I guess over here, we got a nice flat enough ground. If we want to do that, we're going to have to remove a couple of these fires, I reckon. Let's just say 3 of them to be simple. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to start and feel it out. Feel it out is something we need to appreciate more. So I guess we're going to be using nether brick, netherrack as our kind of our stone, and then we use nether brick blocks as our kind of wood. Every time I look at a pillager tower, I'm never facing the entrance. I'm guessing it's just like this. Question mark, maybe, definitely. Also, the inside of this is going to have netherrack on the nether brick on the floor. Yeah, that's what we'll do, because then we can also get some netherrack back. So we'll cover the floor in nether brick, just like this. But yeah, it feels so weird to have spent so much time placing netherrack down and then to destroy the netherrack and replace it with other blocks. I was trying to make nether brick stairs. So we're gonna grab some nether brick blocks, Convert them into stairs. Probably should be using a stone cutter rather than a crafting table, but you know, you snooze and you lose, is what people always tell me. I would say this is I'd say we've done a good job with the walls. Oh, no, I missed a wall. Oh, my bad. That's why I had 5 walls instead. Oh, whatever. You know. Also, there's this. Oh, Lord. Oh, because there's Nether I could be placing on the side over there. Boom. Okay. So we're starting to get the pillager outpost feel for this thing, right? There's something a bit off, actually. What is... Oh, there's some missing blocks there. I guess there should be a block over here that's missing. Yeah, that's what that is. Okay, there we go. And we just kind of follow this around, maybe, at the top. Yep, that's how we'll do it. We'll just... Oh, Lord, this is confusing. But we are getting somewhere. So now what we do is we have, like, kind of a top layer, I guess. I don't know how we have a top layer. So I guess we just place, like, a block there. And then we'll bridge across from all the sides. Yeah, that's what we'll do. And then we'll have, like... Oh, God, this isn't done yet. So we'll have that go all the way across. And we clearly need to have, like, some very top block, I think. So we'll place 1 block there. But otherwise, I think we can call this a day. I think we can say, good job. Let's, we'll get them next time. And then we have to torch this up, because it's, otherwise enderman will spawn on top of it. But I think we did a good job. I think we did a A++ job. Maybe we should use glowstone for the... Yeah, let's use some glowberries, like, in the design of the roof. Honestly, I think it'll probably look better from a distance. But I think we did a good job here. I don't know if this Nether pillager tower is the worst thing or the best thing I've ever made, but I really do like it regardless, and you know what? You should respect my decision, but I guess we need to get back to the main island now. We need to get back to making this a desert. Obviously, there's a huge road ahead in terms of placing sand everywhere, but I have noticed there are fewer endermen now that they can't spawn over there, because I used my delightful flint and steel to light the whole thing up. After the stream, I decided to upgrade my flint and steel to have unbreaking as well as mending too. You might think it's pointless, and you know what, it is pointless. You know what, you're watching a video of someone turning their end into a desert. This whole thing's pointless. Minecraft is pointless, but it's all about what you make from it. Have you memorized all the village houses, says Potato? I haven't. I just happened to... I don't know why I built so many of a particular type of old village house, but I feel like I did. To the level where I now know how it goes. So there's like a stair up that leads you to here. So this is the doorway. And then there's like a big window here. I want to say. Yeah, there's a big window there. There's like... How big... You know, I'm totally misremembering it. I was trying to impress you with my village memory. I feel like we need more windows in this place. I don't know where they go, though. Like there? I guess? I think it goes all the way back here. I think it's like multiple windows, actually. I think we have like a window there. I think, yeah, we like separate the windows off. You know, there's something wrong with this house. I don't know what it is, though. I guess I need a door. Maybe that's what it is. Maybe the whole problem is the door. I bet that's what this is. So, let's just make a door. Don't know how we're going to do that. Yep, definitely don't have a door chilling around here somewhere. Well, I guess we'll call it a day. You know what, technically speaking... Yeah, actually, this looks like a house, right? I think we did it. Oh, I need some stairs. As soon as I said that most of them have gone, they started respawning. Also, do you want to see one other little improvement I've made in the few hours it's been since my last update? I have now built myself a little old desert village house. I'm going to start moving them out of here and into one of those. Or maybe I'll just build another house around here and kind of convert this into that. I'm not too sure yet, but I want to make myself a full-on village around here. And I'm looking forward to the next few sets of houses being built. I'm gonna have to have a desert well and everything. It's gonna be fun. Oh, also, I took some mushrooms here. You might say, Toycat, why did you have mushrooms in the end? But I direct you to my previous statement. What's the point of any of this? Might as well have some fun. And if you're in the end anyway, might as well have a mushroom farm going on here. Am I right? Oh, look, he's called Moo. For whatever reason. I hope he's called Shroom. I really do. I want it to be known this is the least efficient way to move mushrooms. I'm just doing it because I really don't want to go find a lead. This is the most lazy I've ever been, but it's going to be worth it. Do you think 2 mushrooms can breed in a boat? Oh, whoa. 2 mushrooms can, in fact, breed while they are in a boat. That is useful knowledge to someone, probably. Is the baby mushroom trapped in the boat, too? Oh, no, it's not. I've just worked out a way to simplify baby mushrooms. Oh, can we... Oh, and we can get them out of the corner, too. Now that is amazing. That is fun. Oh, no, and he just walked right back in. He wants to be with his parents in their little boat. So I have some great progress going on over here with my mushroom farm, as you can see, starting to take hold. Gonna start breeding the mushrooms together, and then I'll have a food source, and or just a cute set of the best mob in Minecraft. But also, you can see I've been building a few more buildings around here. You know, across from the old school Minecraft library, I've got a new school Minecraft library, and as you can see in here, I ended up with... Oh, they've changed professions since I was last here? How did that even happen? I genuinely don't know. But as you can see, we have ourselves a mending villager, or unbreaking villager, I should say, as well as depth strider. This guy used to be a mending villager, but I guess I didn't lock in the trade soon enough. So now what I can do is I can use my pistons to consistently do the same thing. I get... Oh, okay, that's fine. What we can do is we can start re-rolling his trades as soon as we want to. It's so weird, you know what, the end and villagers... I'm almost starting to believe, based on my experiences, that they're not meant to go together. But yeah, the next phase of this plan, so okay, look at that. Oh, he's got some barrel nearby that he's just going to be happy with. And this is my villager sleeping in the bed. You know, let's not think about that too much. We'll come back to this later. Otherwise, this place is a mess, and honestly, it's been haunting me for a while, so I've made like a mental to-do list to make sure that things go well here. First of all, I'm going to convert this into a bit more of a, you know, again, I've got them into their own little camp, but I want to make this really a mushroom enclosure, like a proper food farm. Second of all, I want to make this not so messy, like there's just grass around here right now. Grass doesn't need to be around the farm, so I'm going to be replacing this with like sandstone around the edges, as it should be. I'm going to be making it more of a desert planter. The third thing I want to do is want to have a center for the village, like a big village well, and then I want to build out like the pathways on which everything else will be built. Once I've done those things, it'll be easy to work out everything else. Like once I've organized the mess, and most importantly, removed the big splodgy patches of endstone, then we should be in a good situation to continue. Oh, there's a chicken down here. When did I put him there? I genuinely forgot about that. I have a chicken that hides underneath the cow farm. Well, there's a fun little Easter egg, I guess. And let's go back to forgetting that that chicken exists. Sounds good to me. It drives me crazy just how many Endermen there are walking around at any given time with these sand blocks, and just how haphazardly they're placing them. Like, I guess it's making a more natural desert, except no, that's not how natural deserts work. I've just decided. Anyway, I finally gathered the strength to destroy the beds that are in the middle of the pathway. I know I probably should have done it a while ago, but I've finally done it now. I hope you're happy with me. Okay, it took some real doing, but now I have a pathway that goes from the entrance to the island to this place, which is going to be where the well goes, and then out from there it goes in this direction a little bit, and that direction a little bit. And the funny thing about the pathway is because it's made from sand and sandstone, you can barely see it, and I guess it's more for like my note than anything else. But like, look around here, you can see when it's almost entirely pathway blocks, but when it's, you know, kind of more natural, like over here, it's a lot harder to see where the pathway even goes. You just kind of feel it, and maybe that's not so fun, but we did the paths. Step 1, check. Okay, second item, we have a well. Every village needs a desert well to be the focal point. We don't have any water in there yet. I mean, that can be easily fixed, though. What the heck? No, I was going home to get the water. Oh, isn't the water a beautiful blue here in the end? On Bedrock, water changes based on biome. I think on Java it's the same in every biome, so that comment would be ridiculous. I can use this same technique to get water to my brand new desertified crop place, which has lava in there, because you know what? It's not going to make a difference anyway, right? Actually, wait, let's put it in the middle. There we go. Much better. We'll do the same with the water. We could have this all be source blocks, but I'm not going to. And there we go. Now everything is much better than it was before. So here it is, my completed end village. It is a village, in the end, that consists of this lovely blend of old desert, new desert, and then just illogical what's going on here desert. Personally, I think there should be a chance of villagers spawning with mushrooms, but for now, I guess the one on my end island will have to do. And yeah, overall, I think this is obviously a very bizarre build, but it is actually starting to get function. I mean, we have more and more of these librarian villagers going around. Some of them give me nothing, like that guy right there, and some of them give me the most valuable book that I need in my world, because I have again, a handy little system right here, to find books like Unbreaking Free, which I can get whenever I want because of my end. I think it's kind of a wacky, like, I think it's kind of a suitable thing that if you want to get rare enchantments or whatever other weird things I want to get, string, actually wait, that's selling string. If I want to get some cooked fish, I just have to bring them over to my end. And there's something horrifically not fitting, but also fitting about how that works that I really do like. However, you know, even though I've added all these delightful direct decorations around the place, even though I've got, you know, a fair variety of buildings, and I've got cacti, and I've got all this stuff, something does just feel distinctly off about this. Unlike all of the other Dimension builds, because we don't have a wall around this, it's very hard to feel like you're not in the end. Maybe that's just my feeling on this one. And the other part of that is because all of these gaps of sand that just keep existing and need to exist. Because even though he's attacking me, he still has time to pick up my sand on the way, and he's going to drop it in some, again, unrelated place, and we're going to end up with sand pile-ups in some areas and some areas that just have no sand. The only way to avoid it would be to have like 3 layers thick of sand, and even that, I'm not sure if it's a smart idea. So the sand part of this project has failed. That's just something I'm admitting. I could try and sandstone the entire thing, or like put torches on the sandstone. And, you know, there's a few ways I could try and do that. But for now, I figured, you know, like that was my big goal going into this. I've spent so many hours trying to reverse the flow of Endermen, but why don't I just try to live with them? Honestly, if this is an end village anyway, I might as well have one quirky thing, and that one quirky thing is that Endermen decide where the terrain is. You can see they're making all these little hills around the place that I never would, because I tried to terraform perfectly, and maybe that lack of perfection, maybe that, again, like completely wrong decision making is actually more beautiful than if we tried to get it perfect, because perfection in the end, when it comes to Enderman, it's never going to be possible. Perfection in any part of life is never truly possible, but the point of Minecraft is not perfection. The point of Minecraft is to make something you're happy with, and personally, I am really happy with whatever I've made right here, and I wanted to share it with all of you, because I think the weird projects that take you know, dozens of hours are worth doing, even if they don't seem like it in the moment. Even if it seems like this is just, even if it seems like it's been overrun, maybe the truth is that the new Enderman inhabitants are going to do something really interesting, and that interesting thing is almost certainly just going to be ugly sand piles, but maybe it's worth waiting and finding out. And if you think that you know, you can do a better job, then of course you're welcome to download this map. It's available on the marketplace, and you can do a better job because the version which has the latest End Desert should be out sometime this week. Anyway, with that said, thank you for watching this video. I hope you all enjoyed. I've got a lot of sand now that I have to take back to the overworld with me. Okay, so I said I wouldn't add any more sand, but I lied. I just spent a full hour, 20 minutes pulling more sand here, and honestly, it just doesn't look any better. The truth is, until you can cover an entire thing in sand, the patches are just always going to make you look bad, and I can't cover this entire thing in sand because the Endermen, literally as I've been speaking, are still running around, picking up pieces of sand, making it a little bit worse. And you know what I've concluded? I've concluded that's okay. I will probably come back here again in the future with a bunch more sand, and I'll be like, this time I'll finish it, and I won't finish it. It will be worse then. But ultimately, this is my End City Desert Village. I did something fun. If you want to learn from my mistakes, honestly, you're not going to be doing this, but there's some mistakes to learn from. There's maybe some things you like that you can learn from, and that's what these survival project videos are here for, to give you an insight as to what I do in Minecraft. Because some people question, what do you do in the long run? And, you know, seeing creative videos is great, but sometimes you want to see what people do in survival, and maybe you got that from this video. And if you didn't, then I don't know. Did you have a good time at least? Oh, you didn't have a good time? You hate everything? You wish you hadn't? Then maybe you'll feel better if I do something simple. Actually, I want to take one of these beds and make a nice big explosion hole. But you know what I do care about? You subscribing. Did you know 99% of house fires happen to people who aren't subscribed to the IBX Toycat YouTube channel? I bet you didn't know that. Now you do. Do with that information what you want. You might regret it if you don't. Goodbye. Oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, oh no, 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 no. Okay, we're fine. Oopsie. Okay, goodbye. Yeah, the reason that happened was because an Enderman picked up this piece of sand and so my water is now spilling over the edge. Not what I was really going for there, Mr. Enderman. Guess we can eternally look at the cat trying to attack the bunny.